All right, so I had a bunch of requests to, or orders, let's say, from Cal over at Leo to make a video about kind of stuff I was doing. But there's other news regarding Leo this morning. I saw this tweet from They Call Me JK6276. It says, "Thank you, CoinGecko," because CoinGecko has now published and gone live with listing wrapped Leo. And here it is, CoinGecko wrapped Leo. It does have two notes. Notice one, do note that this is not a wrapped version of Bitfinex's Leo token, which is a different Leo, but refers to the wrapped version of Leo token issued on the Hive blockchain. Notice two, kindly be aware liquidity provided in Uniswap or similar AMMs can be influenced by many factors, blah, blah, blah. So just general notice about issues with Uniswap tokens. And so here we go. I mean, still a couple issues. Market cap is question mark. Circulating supply is question mark. And but it's there, which is a great development because CoinGecko is one of the leading index or meta listing sites. So that is a seriously positive development, and I'm very excited for it. And now it's going to show up in people's like apps, looking at different coins and things. So that's all cool, and not even what I wanted to talk about. But what I did want to talk about was if we go to WLEO, I can't even type, WLEO.io, and we go to the swap page, which, by the way, is by far the easiest way to get there. It takes you right to the right contract. And so right now we're at 2118 wrapped Leos per ETH, and this is opening up some interesting arbitrage opportunities between hive-engine or leodex and Uniswap. So there is, I don't even know what, there's 200 something thousand. Look at the bot. It's Uniswap. So there is $245,000 of liquidity in this market pair right here, which is fantastic. It's way above what I thought we would see in the first, what's it been, like 6 days, something like that. So it's doing amazing as far as people providing that liquidity for people to trade. So that's one market. Another market is the leodex or hive-engine, because leodex is an alternative interface for hive-engine. And here we can see that the market depth has been increasing. There, up here we've got 80,000, 78,500, down to 0.8 hive per Leo, and then on the ask side, obviously it's much thinner. We've got about 20,000 here, up to 1.2, 20,817. So this creates arbitrage. So arbitrage is when you have two different markets in moving independently, and they, if one has a higher price than the other, then you can buy on the lower and sell on the higher. So that's basically what we're doing. And if I'll switch my share here to a little spreadsheet. So here you can see that I have a couple, oops, I hate it when got this little window snapping thing. I hate it when it does that. But a couple little things to keep in mind. So now that there's $242,000 US dollars of liquidity on Uniswap, that is going to be the dominant market because that's where the money is. And the market on hive-engine or leodex is going to be the subservient market. It's because it's lower liquidity, it's going to have more volatility, and you're going to be trading that against Uniswap. So here I had two trades that I did, and one that I was thinking about doing last night, or early yesterday morning. So because Uniswap is going to be the dominant market, when Ethereum moves, like we get like a 5% move in Ethereum like we do some days, that is going to dominate any moves in the Hive market. And like we saw that on the 25th, where Ethereum moved, the market on hive-engine didn't, at least not immediately, And so what I was able to do is I was able to spend $49.50 swap.hive to buy 5,500 Leos. I then moved those over to Ethereum, and I ended up with 54.63 rack Leo. So the fee there was kind of high, almost 90 Leos, and I ended up with 2.613 Ethereum. So in US dollar terms, which is, you need some basis for comparison, I spent $787 and I ended up with $925 in one trade. And it took, 5 minutes to do that, something like that. So I walked away with $137. So I don't know what that yield is. It's pretty high. So it's 17% in a few minutes. So not bad. And those are the kind of moves you want to watch out for. Now, the more people that are doing this, the one who's willing to take the least amount of profit in that spread is going to win. So, that's okay. And the more activity that's on both markets, the better. So, and if the hive-engine leodex market gets liquid enough, then these arbitrage opportunities will be minimized, and that's basically what I expect to happen over time. But in these early days, there's still there's money to be made, and like here I was looking at doing one trade, and between gas and so the two gas fees basically, converting from Leo to Wrapped Leo and then swapping Wrapped Leo into Ethereum, it was just it ate up all the profit of a potential arbitrage. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean that's how it's done. And effectively, what I'm doing in these two cases. So what you could do is to make a full arbitrage. You could take your Ethereum that I ended up with, and then I could send it to Bittrex or whatever, and swap that from Ethereum into Hive, and then shift that over back to my Hive wallet, and I would end up with more swap.hive than I started with. So that's a full arbitrage where you collapse the whole trade, you end up back where you started with more. What I'm doing here, because I'm not doing that full circuit, I'm basically converting swap.hive to Ethereum at a profit, and I'm okay with that. So it depends on what your goals are, because like I've spent a whole bunch of money into Ethereum because I needed the other side of my Leo liquidity, and then I need to do that. I sold some Bitcoin, so I want to rebuild my Bitcoin to counteract that and get back up to my my hodl level. But it depends on what your goals are. If you just want to trade back and forth, you can just go back and forth as many times as you need, and that's okay. But look out for those big moves in Ethereum, and those are going to be your opportunities to get into these kinds of trades potentially. It also depends on gas fees, because that's the major killer for trading on Ethereum, and there has to be enough liquidity on hive-engine leodex in order to absorb the trade. So those are the two things you got to watch out for. Anyway, hope this helps, and we'll see you next time.